Hello, folks in YouTube. Welcome back. This is another Age of Wonders 3 multiplayer Let's Play. I'm here with Joe. You can say hi if you want. Uh,
Hello.
he's about to clear a gold mine with his rogue, Sheer the Bard, his longbowman, his high elf swordsman. Looks like he's facing a draconian flamer, a hatchling, and a crusher. Should be an easy enough fight.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, the draconians you have to really watch out for are the chargers, because they have like
Oh yeah.
little wings and they can fly over terrain, and they get a charge bonus, and they're pikemen. So
Oh, they're
the
trying to run.
oh
Should I let them do it and get 200, get up to 200 alignment?
yeah, yeah, that's probably more worth it than XP.
Okay. All right,
Make
I'll
your
let them
whole
run.
empire happier. Oh, you didn't move on to the tile
Sweet.
this year.
No, because I can have her move back
Oh yeah, that's true.
a tile and start
And
grouping up
help
with.
help hunt,
Yeah.
help with hunting that stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
I'll fight down there.
nice. And your just empire just became slightly good, right?
Looks like it is yep, slightly good.
Nice. And you can have those
Oh yeah,
elves who just
morale is
mold.
very high
Nice. You can have those elves go defend Eleanor in case like brigands show up or something.
now. Yeah,
Or
they can
you did
take that
clear the
risk.
magma forge. You could have them defend the magma forge because if brigands come, they'll probably attack the forge before the city.
Yeah.
Probably. Or stand in the forest in your domain next to the magma forge. That's probably even better. So that they'll have the morale bonus. Yeah, I
Right.
might
Okay.
stand them next to the magma forge on the forest there. Yeah, that way anything that comes through will probably attack them first. Assuming
Yeah.
they don't have forced concealment.
Oh, this city, by the way, is just merchandising right now. Uh,
Eleanor?
any recommendations? Yeah, Eleanor.
Yeah, they just finished the shooting range, right?
Yep, shooting grounds. So yeah, I guess in that case, Longwoman maybe. Well, Longwoman would take 2 turns, so it'd be better to get 20 extra production, which I could do if I build
Hold on, do
nothing.
they have a
I can't.
builder's hall yet?
Yeah, they do.
They do. How many turns till it grows?
1 turn.
Oh, how many turns would it take to build stone walls?
2.
2 turns?
Yep.
What's?
Oh, full rock quarry.
I was thinking of the gold mine. Two, the
Oh,
the
that.
the, the gold mine will be in their borders once you build stone walls, and it'll make the city easier to
That.
defend too. So. And yeah, the
Yeah.
Florakari once you clear it, but you don't have the army to clear it to kill a Frosting Ice Queen just yet.
Oh, yeah, tier 3. I see that. Oops. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, I can queue up it'll be 2 turns, but I can queue up a stone wall. That way I'll get access to the gold mine. And a lot more forest.
Yeah, and I think you need a high druid, a Dorman, in order to train hunters in the city.
Yeah. Yeah. Some kind of druid building.
Yeah, so maybe you just stick with
Or druid.
Longbowmen because you can build them immediately, and they do get projectile resistance once they rank up enough. So yeah, Eleanor is your first line, is your key line of defense if an enemy stack comes up out of the Arctic area,
Yeah.
like a goblin or a human dreadnought stack. It defends one of your borders. Falsariel is a vassal, so it does have its own defensive units and walls. And you were looking at building something southeast of Falsariel anyways, which I guess you'll have to fortify that city too. Um, yeah, takes time to build fortified cities, so you got to think ahead with them, I guess. All
Yeah.
right. Do you still have any armies that have moved? Like, what's it telling you to move next?
Um, Miss Dale's garrison.
Oh. Um. Yeah, they're still healing up, although.
I mean, they could. How tough is an engineer actually? High elf engineer.
Oh, you look at the Magma Forge.
Yeah, they could clear
Um.
that potentially.
They always
Uh,
surprise me. Their blunderbusses are not
yeah,
fun.
prospectors don't look difficult to deal with,
One of the things about the engineer is it's armored, so it actually has effectively 12 defense.
but yeah, they might be a bit. Yeah, the engineer might be tough.
Yeah, I mean, I'd wait for your stack to heal up more, so I would just, although, to
Yeah,
defend the city, you don't probably need to stand right on the... Hmm.
city center.
I was gonna say, you could take... Oh! There's some scoundrels hanging out outside your borders. You see them next to the hasteberries?
Where?
Next to the hasteberries by Mistdale?
Scoundrels?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Brigands.
just outside of the borders. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna
There's
go
at
kill
least
those.
two, and there could be a high elf hiding or something. Forestry. Their high elf scoundrels have like forest
Yeah,
concealment, I think. So there's probably three. Usually they spawn groups of three, so it's probably a goblin,
yeah.
a halfling, and a high elf is my guess.
Okay.
Yeah, you could send the garrison to deal with the scoundrels before they enter your
Should I
territory.
fight them from the dense vegetation?
Uh, three,
Buff my
four.
high elf
I
initiates.
would first go to the hasteberries to top off the movement for the stack,
Oh,
and
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
then go on to the dense vegetation. Yeah, and then I would attack them from the dense vegetation. Oh yeah, and here we go, high elf scoundrel. My instincts were correct.
Am I safe being next to the trade post like that though?
Yeah, they're not
Okay.
going to attack you. They're busy guarding the trade post.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's a high elf. Okay. Yep.
Oh,
Shouldn't be hard.
shit. Look out by the road. Maybe you can't
What
see
road?
it because you got the...
Oh. Oh. Shoot.
There's
No. Yeah. I can't see much, but I see a serpent.
a mature shock serpent, a dire panther, and a baby shock serpent.
Oh. Okay. So maybe retreat after this battle back into the city. Okay. Still take the attack though. Still do the combat.
Yeah. If you do well, you're. I mean, the shock serpent might come for the city, so you're gonna have to. This is why I said you don't want to absorb Mistdale till you can defend it, because there's
Yeah.
stuff like this wandering around,
Yeah.
like that mature shock serpent that could cause a real problem. As could the dire panther is not no pushover either. So
I see.
really, they're going for the penguin. Did they cripple it? Nope.
They tried.
The penguin rolled too high. Uh, that was kind of stupid because the penguin can life steal to heal up
Yeah.
if it gets to melee.
Which it can. It can go beat that halfling up for one attack.
Yeah. But then
They
you
might get
might.
crippled.
Yeah, the other units will like shoot it and they'll probably kill the penguin. But
Yeah.
But you may be able to do it in a little bit after.
Wait, hey, can Nashak befriend that adult shock serpent with befriend animal?
I think adult shark serpents count as monsters, so
Oh,
no. But he can befriend the baby shock serpent. I don't think
oh,
he can
I don't think.
befriend them once they mature, but yes, he can definitely try on the baby.
Hmm.
I could be wrong. Well, I'll have to check the unit card of the shock serpent once you win this
Yeah, the
battle.
baby's definitely animal, but
Definitely the
okay.
babies, maybe the mature. I don't know. If you could befriend it and you succeed, mind you, you have to roll to succeed, and the baby would be easier roll. But if you did succeed in the adult shock serpent, it'd make
Should I
it
use
much
awaken
easier.
spirit?
Oh yeah, you got that now.
Yeah, I can awaken.
Bu- 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 bu. Honestly, right now,
I,
I would
I could just
try.
I could
Sorry,
just
you're cutting
charge the
out.
Sorry. I could just charge the halflings do 22 to 35 damage. Probably make them bleed. They decent chance of just dying.
22 to 35.
Although
Uh,
they won't do any serious damage to him.
sorry, what? Joe? Still,
Although I guess if I charge, the other ones will probably just sit there and shoot him.
yeah.
Hmm.
That's
For 6 attacks. So maybe wait for. Well, okay. What's their range? Yeah, I can't really fall back out of their range, can I?
yeah. No. Um. Hmm.
Hmm. He can also cast Rust Strike still. He has his own casting points.
Uh. Yeah. You've got. Hmm. Got two initiates. They got more range capability. Well, no, not really. Um.
Yeah, they're pretty short range. 3 to 5.
Yeah, you could probably kill that halfling with the longbow of your hero plus the initiates. If they all shoot the halfling and soften them up, and then you could consider when the others take shots, maybe having awakening the spirit and the penguin having it charge forward to like eat the goblin or something,
Yeah.
or the high elf. Uh, yeah, I would, since you don't want them to keep shooting the penguin. I would probably move the hero like up left in front of the penguin.
Just one tile. You
Yeah,
can only move one and have 3 shots.
yeah, you can only move one and have 3 shots, right?
Okay.
So, and just
And
take
then
three
take the
shots.
3 shots.
hmm And
Decent
hope
chance of killing.
unless the halfling gets lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, the halfling doesn't like this terrain, so no, it can't
Oh.
get lucky. Dead.
All right. Sweet.
Nice.
Wait a second.
Um, and then I would
Yeah.
have.
Body block it with the baby shark serpent.
Can the baby shock serpent make it close enough to body block? Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
can if it's.
he can move 4 tiles forward.
Yeah, yeah, I would have the baby shock serpent. Well, you probably want to body block the hero because they'll try and shoot the hero. Actually, it's more.
Yeah.
So I would have the shock serpent stand in front of the hero and go into guard mode.
Directly.
Yeah. And. Or you know what? Actually, you don't need the wall to be right in front of the hero. You could have the shock serpent move 1 tile
One
forward
tile
and create.
forward.
Yeah.
It
And then
would make it easier for them to shoot around it, though.
they can't get flanking on something that's in guard mode. So yeah, you're gonna probably pile up 3 units there though.
Okay.
Both initiates and the shock serpent. So
All right.
and they would have the other initiate move next to the shock serpent, the one on the far right, that's standing over by the trees.
Oh,
This is a
over in the forest.
Yep. This is a
Okay.
pretty area, by the way. It's like very.
Yeah.
It's a
And then
nice
take a shot at
snowy.
Or sorry, guard mode, or take a shot at the high elf scoundrel
I take a shot
or
at the high
goblin
elf.
scoundrel. You can actually shoot either. There's a range penalty though.
Goblin. The goblin does more damage.
And
Yeah, I
has
would
less
shoot.
health. Okay.
Yeah, because the goblin does all that extra bite damage. Yeah, and I would have the other high elf. I mean, the other initiate. Stand. Excuse me. Um. Also, like
You could
next to
get
the
a
shock
close range
serpent.
shot at the goblin.
Oh, can he? Yeah, if
Yeah,
he
he can
gets.
move 1, 2, 3, 4 to be
Yeah.
at the top left of the baby shock serpent.
Yep. Probably a good idea then.
Okay, and that should be in range, right? Yeah, it's in
Yep.
range. 10 to 14.
Yep.
Sweet.
Nice. And now you just need to do 10 more damage to kill it.
Yep. And then
Uh.
where does the penguin want to go block?
Uh. I'd probably move the penguin.
Top left, close to the left initiate.
It's only got 26 health, and they're gonna try and shoot it. But I guess you don't want
Right.
them killing the shock serpent. So yeah, I would move it.
I could move it next to the shock serpent and the left initiate, maybe. Just 2 tiles forward.
Yeah, I'd move it 2 tiles forward and put it in guard mode.
Okay.
Yep.
Boy, how much damage can they do?
They'll most likely shoot one of the initiates.
Oh, they have crossbows.
Yeah. If they get close, they could. If they get a crit, kill that initiate, but it's unlikely.
Yeah.
The initiate will probably end up at very low health, though, and have to fall back. And then the penguin can race forward or something.
Oof.
Oh, they got flanking?
No.
Yeah. They
Oh,
killed
that's
it.
one down.
Yeah, they were smart. I mean, they were smart enough to establish flanking. I didn't
Shock serpent
realize.
can kill this goblin scoundrel.
Shock serpent could, or the penguin if
Oh,
the
the
shock
penguin.
serpent moves around to a.
If it
If
just
it,
moves 1 to the top right
let's see, it can move 4. I would have it.
towards that bush.
I would have it move around and flank the goblin from the rear. So 4 tiles, so that it's standing behind and avoids an opportunity
Oh,
attack. If you see what I'm saying. Have it
how?
go around and hit the goblin from the rear once, and then the goblin will turn to face the shock serpent, at which point the penguin can turn and can attack and finish
It'll
off
kill the goblin first shot.
on the flanking hit.
Even without flanking. If he hits... He does... shock serpent's gonna do, at minimum, 12 damage.
Oh.
And he's only at 10.
Oh, I didn't realize it would do 12. Yeah. I guess it's got very low defense, the goblin.
Yeah.
Then I would have it go.
He'll do just as much to the high elf.
Yeah, I would have it go for the high elf.
Okay.
Because the high elf is further back, and if you can engage it like that, it'll force it to either melee or take an opportunity attack to fall back. So I would have the shock serpent.
Should I just move him halfway though, and not immediately attack him? Because I might want to hit him with melee after I potentially get some range
Yeah.
shots in.
Yeah, I would just move it 2 tiles forward right there, and then.
Then I can finish this with finish the goblin with the penguin.
Yeah, I would finish it with the penguin.
From in front of the initiate, or next to the shock serpent. Those are the 2 tiles I can get to without taking an opportunity attack.
Probably from in front of the initiate.
Okay. Yeah, that shouldn't take a retaliation. Sweet.
And a little life steal. Back up to 30 health.
All right, and then the initiate can move 3 tiles to the right and just shoot through these trees. No range penalty, no line of sight penalty.
You're talking about 2 to the right and 1 forward, so it's next to trees to avoid line of
Yeah.
sight. Yep.
Or 3 to the right. Either one should work, right?
No, 3 to the right, it's separate line of sight because the trees are too thick. It can always shoot
Oh,
over.
you
It
can
can
only
always
shoot
shoot
one
over.
tile wide.
Yeah, it can always shoot over tiles it's adjacent to without line of sight. If something is like
Oh, okay. So if a wall's 2 tiles thick, you can't shoot through it.
not without line of sight penalties. Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yep. Um, I think while it's facing that way, I think your hero might be able to get flanking if he goes around to the left on the High Elf Scoundrel. He'd only get 1 shot in, but he
Yeah.
may be better off just actually taking 3 shots. I don't know. He has to move at least 2 forward either way, so no, he'd better off with flanking. So if he moves 2
Better off
more,
flanking for 1 shot.
yeah, better flanking with 1 shot than 2 shots without, I think, because flanking does extra damage, right? And besides,
Should
you're
I
going to
move
finish it.
him behind the shock serpent?
Yeah, and move him next to the Shock Serpent, and then you're going to probably have to move behind it. Just to see how far he has to go to get
Oh, right
flanking.
here. No flanking yet. I don't think he'll get flanking if he moves left.
Yeah, you probably have to go left 1 and then 2 tiles further. Like, or 1 tile further.
Won't he have... I guess I can do that, right? Like here? And
then 1 more
up to
tile.
the right into this bush?
Yep, flanking.
Okay, yeah, now he's flanking. Okay.
Perfect. And that way the Shock Serpent can finish it off.
Yeah, now it's guaranteed.
Yeah, in melee and get
No
the
problem.
kill for the XP.
Without taking retaliation.
Yep.
Sweet.
Nice.
Good battle. Well, besides losing 1 initiate, actually. That sucks.
Yeah,
I
that
forgot about that one.
the initiates are pretty expendable cannon fodder, but it did suck.
Yeah, they had decent XP though. And then
Yeah.
back to the city. Because yeah,
Yeah.
I should probably leave.
Do you have the
these-
movement
Oh,
to
the
even make
Mr.
it?
Shock Serpent is an animal, so I could try it.
Huh.
Could try to steal it.
You could.
I mean, definitely not on this turn.
I'd be a little wary of
And maybe after this barracks is built and I build like some frostling units.
let's see. I was gonna say what you could do. Yeah, if it just wanders off, it could attack like inopportune times or wander around and attack like your capital. So what I would do is I would try and lure it into attacking your army with your hero standing on the road and the rest of your army in the forest behind to provide reinforcements when he's attacked. Or
Then they won't get nature's civilians.
oh, yeah. It's true, but what am I saying? Oh, okay. You never retreated from a battle before. This may be an opportunity. What?
I don't think so, you know.
This may be an opportunity to make use of the retreat mechanics. I would do is send just the hero and the penguin forward. Well, no, because even if you, the shock serpent could probably massacre the baby shock serpent. Yeah, I would send just the hero and the penguin forward because if this fails, you're gonna have to fall back. But the penguin has Arctic concealment, so it can avoid getting attacked if it hides somewhere. And the hero should be able to just has enough movement to get the heck out of dodge, right? He's got forestry because he's a druid. Does
Um,
does he have forestry?
I don't think so.
No? Oh. Okay, well this will still give you two chances to so yeah, I would send the penguin and the hero. I mean, do you want to risk more units? It gives you a better chance of success, but you could
With
lose a
my
unit.
army already weakened like this, I don't know. Kind of worried.
Hmm. Uh, what I'm worried about is the Nishik getting pounced on by the Dire Panther.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, I guess dare greatly, and if you fail, you don't want that shock serpent continuing on the road. It'll like pick off like my scout. It'll probably attack your capital at some point. Like it's you need to deal with that because that thing is just a danger. So yeah, I would try attacking it, and I would send the hero ahead of the rest of the units and try and charm the mature shock serpent. If it like befriend it, if it fails, they would retreat from the battle like immediately, so that you don't lose. Then they'll probably attack you next turn, but you'll get a second chance to befriend the shock serpent
yeah.
again in the defensive battle.
Do you think I should attack it right now?
Yeah.
All right, just make sure you save it in case shit goes really wrong.
Yeah, I mean, there's some joy to be had in recovering from snafus, but yeah. Um, yeah, because the danger otherwise is that road will lead it right to your capital city, and to my scout as well. It'll probably kill both of them. It'll kill the scout first, and then it'll probably end up wandering to your capital city and
Yeah.
to that whole rear area or to that rear area where we're gonna settle dwarf cities, and then probably to your capital city. Either way, it'll be a pain. I would just deal with it now. If you can befriend the shock serpent, well, that'll be pretty awesome. It's a tier 3 unit.
Yeah. So attack with the whole army though?
Yep. Give you the best chance of success, and hopefully, if the panther does, like, you might be able to massacre the panther and then fall back, and then try befriend stuff, or you could befriend the panther, fall back, and then the next battle befriend the mature shock serpent. They're all animals, so they're
Yeah.
all charmable.
What tile? What? Who should I initiate the battle with?
Uh, I guess the dire penguin because it's got the most movement, and because if
Okay.
you need to leave it somewhere more vulnerable, it can hide in Arctic terrain. So
All right, here goes.
yeah, it's gonna be risky, and you're probably gonna have to retreat from this battle, which is why I was like, oh, you have never retreated before. But
Yeah.
if you're lucky, you'll manage to befriend one of the animals with the druid, and if not, you can fall back and fight again.
Oh boy.
They're keeping the dire panther way in the back. Interesting. Uh,
50% chance.
that high? I thought it would only be like a 35%.
Yep, 50%.
Hmm. The odds should go up if it's not in guard mode, because it'll have less resistance too.
Oh
So presumably if it slithered that far forward this turn, it'll slither further forward next turn if you wait.
So should I
Uh,
shoot him?
I would shoot at the baby shock serpent because if you can kill that, it's less dangerous, the whole situation, and then you try and charm the mature one. So.
Yeah.
Baby shock serpent is a... Oh, it's only got shock protection. It's not immune, unlike the mature one. So yeah, the initiate could take a pot shot at the baby shock serpent.
Oh, the
See how
initiate, not the leader?
I mean, both of them. They're both gonna...
Oh, yeah. Why is the leader so weak?
What do you mean weak?
He's only doing 5 to 7 damage. Oh, guard
Oh,
mode, yeah.
it's
He's got a
because
lot of defense.
he's an orc. He has a lot of melee strength, not a lot of range
Yeah.
strength.
Yeah, that's true.
And the thing's in guard mode.
Okay.
Yep. We'll just shoot at the baby shock serpent from here. 3 good hits.
And he's
And don't
bleeding.
forget, yep, bleeding. So if you do, you're not going to kill it this turn, but I would have the initiate take a shot at it. That'll get it close
From
to
what
death.
range?
And long range. You don't want the mature shock serpent charging the initiate.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh. Critical
Nice.
hit. Okay, and the baby shock serpent? Probably get in front of the initiate.
Yeah, I'd probably move it forward 2 and put it in guard mode.
Don't think I should put the penguin there?
I'd put the penguin next to the shock serpent in front of the hero. Same thing. Guard mode as well.
Okay. Could move both to the right.
Yeah, you could. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that might work. Move them both to the right so that... I'm just worried about being able to get off the map quickly if you need to retreat. So...
Oh, yeah, yeah. Where do I need to retreat to? Left. Okay.
Yeah, you see those tiles with the arrows away? You can
That's
only
true.
retreat when you attack. So...
Okay. Then, yeah. I guess staying here is good.
Yep.
All right. That's my first turn.
See if they take the bait.
Goodness. Probably gonna hit the penguin. No, he's hitting the leader. Oh no. Okay, good, good. Just kill the stupid shock serpent. I don't care.
They did not kill the shock serpent, and now you can easily kill their... Actually, their baby shock serpent dies of bleeding next turn. You don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, you...
okay.
I would...
60% now.
Yeah, I would try and...
Give it a try now.
Yeah, I would try and befriend the shock serpent and see how this goes.
Okay. All right. Sweet. It worked.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Now, do I
It's-
retreat and then try with the dire panther, or should I just kill these two?
I mean, if you try and retreat, they will kill your shock serpent. They might... The dire panther might kill your initiate. I would just kill the initiate at this point. You don't even have to worry about the shock serpent. It'll die of bleeding.
Or kill the dire panther?
Yeah, I would just kill the panther and the shock serpent will die of bleeding.
Okay. How?
Uh...
Have the initiate take an opportunity attack. Fall back a tile. Or yeah. Then
Yeah, you're gonna want to exhaust
move-
its attacks with attacks of opportunity.
they won't be. They won't be. What's the word I'm looking for?
You can't get flanking because they're in guard mode. So
Engage. They won't be engaged if they're flanking it, though, right?
um, it they won't be engaged if they're flanking. Is that what you said?
Yeah. So should I move? Like I can move behind it. Like I can move directly behind it, and then I'll be able to shoot again, right?
No, it's in guard mode. So
Oh,
guard
so in
mode
guard mode, you are always engaging from a full
every
circle?
direction. Yes.
Okay.
Um. Hmm. Can you move the mature shock serpent this turn, or does it have no movement?
That is no movement.
Oh, so it's just. Can you even guard mode it, or is it just
It can guard.
that's it? Okay. Um. Hmm. Even with the attacks of opportunity, this is gonna be a little weird.
If it takes the attack, if I use the attacks of opportunity, does it not get retaliations?
Yeah, it only gets 3 attacks, whether attacks of opportunity, retaliations, or attack ants next turn. So you're gonna need to
Okay.
split these up. All your units are gonna be. You may have to sacrifice the shock serpent to save the initiate, the baby shock serpent, but you'll get a mature one. So you came out
Yeah.
ahead, right?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So I would have the initiate. I would have it move. Yeah, back
At least
one.
one tile.
Yeah, it's gonna suffer a really bad attack of opportunity, but at least this way it can shoot it with range.
If I move away from it,
It doesn't
like
really
directly
matter where
away
you
from the
move.
dire.
Yeah, you got to move away from it because if you move next to the shock serpent, you'll be engaged, even though that thing is
Right.
bleeding out. Only one place it can move.
Ow.
Yep, it's a predator and it had flanking, so.
Now hit it
Yep, might as well
with
shoot it.
lightning. Yeah. Okay. Oh, crit.
Nice. Luck is on your side. Um,
And flank it with. No, it can't flank, right? Okay, well. Still, hit it with the dire penguin. Because
yeah,
it'll take 2 retaliations, right?
yes, and the dire penguin will get life steal, so the dire penguin will survive, although it'll only have like 4 HP left. But yes,
And
which is
then hopefully then the shock serpent can hit without taking any damage.
correct, because it'll be
Okay.
out of retaliations. Only tireless units can retaliate more than 3 times in a turn.
Crit. Okay, well my luck's turning around. No, wait, no, it's going good. Sweet.
Nice.
All right. Well, now I can just kill the shock serpent.
Uh, yeah,
Or should I hit end turn? No, I get XP if I kill it. Yeah.
yeah,
So
you
I
do.
kill
So
it?
I would. Yep, your shock
Okay.
serpent may level up your baby.
Yes. Okay. it did level up.
Yep.
Cool.
Nice. Now you have an expert shock serpent. When it reaches elite, it'll turn into a mature shock serpent itself. And you have control of the mature shock serpent. So you're very close to having 2 mature shock serpents.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Elite. He levels up, not champion.
Yep. Gold. Evolve.
Oh sweet. So he
When he
only needs
reaches.
one more level.
Yep. He only needs 15. No, 25 XP to turn to a mature shock serpent. Of course,
Cool.
it loses all its veterancy, so it becomes a recruit.
Yeah. A recruit again.
Mature shock serpent. Yep. Still, 2 mature shock serpents, a penguin, and a hero, and eventually a storm sister. This will be a reasonably powerful stack.
Yeah. Should I just have everybody group up with the shock serpent then? The mature shock.
Yeah, might
So
as
it's not on
well
its
for
own.
the nature's resistance,
Yeah, just so that everyone's not on their own.
in case they get attacked by brigands or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Or
Cool.
you could maybe almost consider taking down that brigand camp now that you have a mature shock serpent in your. Well, no, your baby is really wounded. You probably want to let it heal.
I gotta let them heal.
Um,
Yep. And then I've got a baby reed serpent on the peninsula with the watchtower. Oh, and my builder can build that fort. Yeah, fortress. Okay.
Yep. And once you do stone walls, you'll have a. I would not do the stone walls immediately because it'll actually slow the growth of
Oh,
Falsuriel.
right. Yeah.
But I would do it,
Once I'm about to settle it, at least.
yeah, or before Falsuriel grows twice. Or actually, it doesn't matter if it grows twice. Well, it would include one of the mountains melons in its borders. I guess that's not terrible. That would help Falsuriel grow faster. So yeah, still, it's a nice coastal spot, and it can get at least two of the three melons in its borders. Another one might go to Falsuriel. So
Okay.
depends when you invest in the walls. So
Alrighty. And the reed serpent right next to it.
I'd put it
Any
on.
advice?
I'd use it to guard the
The builder?
yes, the builder, so that if something comes out of nowhere, at least there's some defense, some
Yeah.
possibility of defending.
Okay.
Uh,
Prospector underground. Just keep digging. Any particular direction? Oh, maybe
oh,
should I dig left towards that, or sorry, not left, right towards the entrance? Create another road.
uh, no, I'd probably go left because you could build a city that could incorporate that gold mine in its
Oh, right.
in its borders eventually, like, and not
Yeah.
even have to defend from that side, but not having a tunnel connection. But the domain
Mhm.
could be cool. Um,
Okay. Okay.
is it all out of movement now? Yeah.
Yeah. It can backtrack. Oh, it costs more to dig than to move. Okay.
Yeah,
And then I've
there's
got
rock.
a ghoul baby shark serpent to explore with over on the right. I'll just keep